One of the members of the Aam Aadmi Party today supposedly showed how EVMs can be fixed inside the Delhi Assembly, except that he wasn't fixing a real EVM. He was not one that's used by the Election Commission, at least. He had a machine that looked like or seemed like an electronic voting machine and started tinkering with it inside the Assembly. Now, if he had done this outside the House, he would have been arrested under Election Commission laws. However, because he did this inside the Assembly, Saurabh Bhardwaj will get away. Is this mock demo not making a mockery of democracy? That's the newsroom showdown. Before that, here's the story.
Meanwhile, all political parties jumped onto the bandwagon, some backing the Aam Aadmi Party, while some ridiculing their debut.
The debate over the electronic voting machine has once again taken centre stage after the Aam Aadmi Party MLA Saurabh Bhardwaj demonstrated how EVM machines can be tampered with in the Delhi Assembly. Now the big question is whether the Aam Aadmi Party's claim hold any water, or this is just another tactic of the party to divert attention from the bribe bomb that has been dropped by Kapil Mishra on Arvind Kejriwal. Also, will the Election Commission finally put rest to this raging issue? In New Delhi, Ankit Tyagi for India Today.
Is this mock demo not making a mockery of democracy? Is this not a gross misuse of the privilege of the House? Joining us on the newsroom showdown tonight, representing the BJP, Nupur Sharma. Also with us on this broadcast, Ajit Gavde. He is the CEO of Signal Circuits. His company produces electronic voting machines which are used for polls. Several polls have been conducted using the machines that he produces. Atishi Marlena is a spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party. I want to go across to Atishi Marlena first. And I also want to introduce S.Y. Qureshi, a highly respected Chief Election Commissioner. He's joining us from London via Skype. Welcome. Atishi Marlena, if this stunt had been pulled off anywhere else outside the Delhi Assembly, Saurabh Bhardwaj would have been arrested. Is this not a gross misuse? You've got so many serious questions that Kapil Mishra has asked, which your party needs to answer, which they're not. Instead, they're trying to divert attention by really doing this mock demo that mocks democracy. Atishi, what's going on?
Rahul, first of all, I think the big question is that there are very serious questions to answer. I agree entirely. But those serious questions that need to be answered are about the sanctity of democracy in this country. For the past several months, Aam Aadmi Party has been raising the issue of possible EVM tampering. We have time and again gone to the Election Commission, and the only official statement that the Election Commission is willing to give is that EVM machines cannot be tampered with. Now, today we have shown a mock demonstration that tampering is possible. Why is it that the EC does not give us a machine? Why is
what did you tamper with? You didn't tamper with a real electronic voting machine that's used by the Election Commission. You bought, one second. You let me put this question to Ajit Gavde. And Mr. Gavde, the Aam Aadmi Party says, humne karke dikha diya ki EVMs can be tampered with. Do you accept that as somebody who manufactures EVMs? Do you accept what the Aam Aadmi Party is saying, that EVMs can be tampered with just because he brought some mock machine which is not even the real EVM with which elections are conducted, Mr. Gavde?
Yeah, tampering is not possible in actual EVMs. There are many security checks in hardware, and even we try to change or modify any part of that machine. Then the machine automatically stops and it gives error signal. So,
why don't you tell me a little bit, Mr. Gavde, about Signal Circuits? आपकी जो कंपनी है उसके बारे में मुझे थोड़ा बताएं, ताकि आतिशी भी सुन लें कि आप कौन हो, आप क्यों आए हो हमारे शो पे. और सेकेंडली, सौरभ भारद्वाज ने आज दिल्ली असेंबली में जो किया उसको आप कैसे देखते हो? Do you think that is proof कि EVMs can be tampered with? Atishi, listen to what he has to say.
I am Ajit Gavde from Signal Circuits, Pune, and we manufacture electronic voting machines for last 7-8 years, and even we have conducted thousands of polls all over our country. Cooperative elections are conducted, and even we have exported some machines, and we have conducted polls in America, Atlanta, Germany, and other countries, and all are not there are no any allegation of tampering, and as my technical know-how, I can say confidently that there is
सौरभ
no
भारद्वाज ने आज जो किया असेंबली में उसको आप कैसे देखते हो?
हाँ, वही मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि एक्चुअल मशीन में 10-12 जगह सिक्योरिटी चेक्स है, उसके हार्डवेयर में अगर कुछ भी चेंज करने की किसी ने कोशिश की तो मशीन बंद हो जाता है, मशीन एरर सिग्नल दिखाता है, पूरा मदरबोर्ड तो छोड़िए, कुछ भी उसमें खोला भी तो भी वो टैंपरिंग अलाउड नहीं करता है, वो अपना काम बंद करके एरर सिग्नल छोड़ देता है उसमें। और सॉफ्टवेयर का अगर देखेंगे तो सभी प्रोग्राम जो आईसी में प्रोग्राम इंटीग्रेटेड सर्किट में जो प्रोग्राम करते हैं तो वो वन टाइम प्रोग्रामेबल ओटीपी टाइप आईसी यूज करते हैं।
नहीं तो सौरभ भारद्वाज ने जो दिखाया, आप पहले बोल रहे थे कि वो एक कॉलेज प्रोजेक्ट की तरह है, क्या आप मानते हो कि वो एक एमेच्योर कॉलेज प्रोजेक्ट की तरह था जो मशीन वो लेके आया, क्या कि मैं ईवीएम लेके आ गया हूं, मैंने इसको हैक कर दिया?
वो असली मशीन जब इलेक्शन कमीशन ने तो चैलेंज दिया ही था कि असली मशीन में वो कुछ टैंपरिंग करके दिखाएंगे, तो उन्होंने वो एक्सेप्ट करना चाहिए था, क्योंकि अभी मैं तो ये बहुत थोड़ा समय ही मैंने वो मशीन देखा हूँ, लेकिन उसमें कुछ सिक्योरिटी चेक्स वगैरह नहीं रहेंगे, और उन्होंने जो किया है उसके बारे में तो मैं कुछ ज़्यादा बोलना नहीं चाहता हूँ। मैं जो असली ईवीएम्स जो यूज होते हैं इलेक्शन के लिए उसके बारे में बोल रहा हूँ कि उसमें टैंपरिंग होना ये
this Atishi Marlena is very important because you're listening to somebody who actually manufactures EVMs which are used in real polls. It's not one of the real EVMs which are used by the election commission which have been tampered with. He was telling me that this is like a college project. Somebody's manufactured something that looks like a EVM, you go try and tamper with it and say, see, EVMs can be tampered. You didn't even have the real EVM, so how can you say it's been tampered with? Atishi?
3 or 4 points that I have to make in response to this, Rahul, and you will have to hear me out. I have heard the gentleman in its entirety. Number one, I have no idea what Signal Circuits is. As far as I knew, it's public sector enterprises who manufacture EVMs. I'm a bit surprised to know that a private manufacturer makes EVMs and is willing to come on national television and talk about its security features. Number two, he talks about the fact that EVMs manufactured by his company have been used in Germany and the US. I don't know if you know this, but Germany has declared that electronic voting machines are unconstitutional. United States used to use voting machines and has gone back to a paper ballot. So that's as far as Mr. Gowde is concerned. Number three, I agree with the fact that what we were using was a prototype, but we have been asking the Election Commission, both the Central Election Commission and the State Election Commission in Delhi, time and again for the past 2 months, give us an original EVM. We will hack that. We have gone to both institutions. We have said, show us an EVM in your premises with full security, CCTVs, your officers, we will do it in front of you. If the Election Commission is so sure that EVMs cannot be tampered with, that EVMs cannot be hacked, why are they hiding behind leaks and plants in newspapers? They keep leaking stories that we'll have a hackathon.
Let S.Y. Qureshi respond, because Mr. Qureshi, you were on our show, you welcomed the hackathon. I was told by a senior official in the Election Commission the hackathon will happen in the first week of May. Now we are being told it will be pushed to beyond the 12th of May when that meeting has been called on EVMs. They're saying, give us a real EVM, we'll hack it. This is the EVM we had, we hacked into that. What did you think of the EVM stunt up pulled in the assembly today?
Well, I think calling it a stunt, I think is too strong a word. They probably genuinely believe what they're saying, that the machine is hackable, which it is not. Our response will be that this machine is not the Election Commission of India machine. There may be EVMs and EVMs and EVMs all over the world, but the machines which we guarantee are the Election Commission of India machine. For us, this is the fake machine, this is the toy. And this kind of toy is not the first time that we are seeing. 10 years ago, exactly the same drill we are seeing again and again. Even a schoolboy could make such a program where every vote will go to some other destination. That was what was happening. So therefore,
laughing. Her laughter is uncontrollable. S.Y. Qureshi is saying, as far as the EC is concerned, this is a toy, a schoolboy project, and you can program it any which way. But this means nothing because this is not the real electronic voting machine, Nupur.
That's what the point is. Thankfully, Atishi just accepted that EVMs are made by PSUs, by government companies. Now, my first question: where did Atishi? Please, I did not interject you. Please, let's have a courteous debate. Please, have some patience. You'll get your chance. Now, my question to Atishi is: where did Saurabh Bhardwaj get his machine from? Palika Bazaar, or perhaps he bought spare parts of the footpath of Janpath, or perhaps India Gate from balloon sellers and fixed up a school project. That was my point, Mr. Qureshi. Thanks for bringing it up. I mean, this is laughable, but the unfortunate part is you've reduced our democracy to a laughing stock. Everybody looks up to the Election Commission of India, Atishi, and this is the very Election Commission of India which made you win 67 of 70 seats. Now, my second question is, I want to ask the self-proclaimed hacking king, Mr. Saurabh Bhardwaj, how much did he invest in hacking the 2015 assembly elections? How many thousands of employees did he deploy in hacking each and every EVM machine in each and every booth? Were all of you deployed, Atishi? And what were the codes and how did he crack the codes for each and every EVM for all of your Aam Aadmi Party candidates to ensure that every vote thereafter was put in your favor? Because on 25th January 2015, Arvind Kejriwal was questioning the EVMs, but after you won the election on 10th of February 2015, he went all quiet. So this is a joke, Atishi, and you have tried to be smart, but you're not, because now you're exposed in front of the public. You have very smartly, that's what you think, tried to deviate from the actual issue of the 2 crore hard cash exchanging hands.
You know, that's the point, Atishi Marlena. Your own former minister and one of the closest associates of Arvind Kejriwal has levelled a very serious charge that Surinder Bansal, Kejriwal's brother-in-law, was given contracts by Satinder Jain's ministry, the PWD department, and the bills that were submitted were fake. This is a very, very serious charge. Instead of coming face to face, answering the questions of the media, you pull this stunt. Now, whether that EVM machine was bought from Palika Bazaar, Safdarjung Market, we don't know. It's not the real electronic machine. You know, garima hoti hai ki sabha ki. You're standing inside the assembly. Instead of respecting what that assembly is supposed to stand for, you turn it into a, you saw what S.Y. Qureshi said. It's like a toy, it's like a schoolboy's project. You take it, you just tweak it, and then you make it seem as if EVMs can be hacked. The fact is, you don't even have a real EVM with.
Three things, Rahul. Yes, we don't have a real EVM with us. We have been asking the Delhi Election Commission and the Central Election Commission to give us an EVM. I have no idea what they have to hide. If the real EVM cannot be tampered with, I would be the happiest person, because then at least my faith in the democracy in our country would be reaffirmed. But yes, today I do have a doubt. I do have a doubt because the Election Commission is not showing us these EVMs. What is it hiding behind? Number
also
one.
Asked you, why didn't you have any doubts when you won 67
right.
out of 70
did
seats?
Not raise this question earlier. Wait a second. Absolutely, I'm answering that. I'm answering the same question. We did not have any doubts. Even when BJP won 282 seats in the 2014 elections, we did not have any doubts when they won in Haryana, when they won in Jharkhand, when they won in Maharashtra. We started raising this question when evidence started emerging. When in the Bombay municipal elections, an independent candidate said, me and my family voted for me. How have I got 0 votes? When in Bhind, a VVPAT machine seen by 10 journalists and recorded on at least 5 cameras, whatever button you pressed on that machine.
No, but Atishi, out of thousands of machines,
everyone saw that.
The odd machine can have a problem. That's the point I think S.Y. Qureshi was trying to make. That machines malfunction. If there are thousands of machines, the odd machine malfunctions. Mr. Qureshi, tomorrow morning, I received a call from the Aam Aadmi Party saying, come and interview Saurabh Bhardwaj. Tomorrow morning, you'll have to come to the Delhi Assembly. So again, there'll be an interview, but it'll be inside the Delhi Assembly. He'll have the EVM machine. He wants to show it to people. He'll do that through the day. But there again, is that not a misuse of the privilege of the House? If he does it in our studio, or if he does it at home, the police will arrest him. He wants to do it inside the Assembly. Is that not a gross misuse of privilege of the House, sir? Mr. Qureshi?
Sorry. No, I thought it was for somebody else. No. I think if they're doing it in the assembly or they do it outside, it is not a a question of privilege at all. They thought that what they're doing is a genuine innovation, which they've done, and manipulation, which they think is possible. I personally would not find fault with, I would not call it a stunt or anything. They probably genuinely believe it, but I would like to assure them and assure everybody else that, this machine is not the in Election Commission EVM. And what Atishi was saying, that she wants to have access to a machine, that is a very good point, because that is where the custodial security of the machine is a part of our security. Out of 2 million machines, only 1 machine was ever stolen from the Collectorate of Bombay, and the guy who showed it on the TV was in jail for 10 days for being possession of a stolen property. If it is as difficult to access a machine, that is a part of our security process, security drill. So, which is the difference between our machine and a machine which anybody can manufacture, or as I say, schoolboy can do it on a computer. So that's not the real machine. Now, the real machine was tampered, as one expert earlier in your program was saying, will refuse to function, because that is how it is designed.
No, but Nupur, the fact is that the Election Commission did say that there would be a hackathon in the beginning of May. That hackathon now being delayed. Shouldn't the hackathon be held immediately? All people, Arvind Jha, everybody else who wants to hack into the EVMs should be given a fair chance. Why is this getting delayed? Should that not be pressed into action quickly? Let the doubt be cleared. Let 100 hackers go into these machines. Let's see what comes out of it.
Well, Atishi does sound in denial of the fact that there is an all-party meeting on May 12th. She may want to continue denying, because Aam Aadmi Party, after all, is living in denial. But I think it's for the EC to answer. I saw some clippings on your own channel that after 12th May they'll decide when. But reality is that Atishi did not answer how many EVMs did she hack in 2015. Because she said, we did not question EVMs then, we did not question EVMs then. Why didn't you question EVMs when we lost and you won? I mean, come on, Atishi, back at you. And honestly, you're talking about the Bhind VVPAT. VVPAT is not a part of the EVM. It's an external machine to the EVM. Let's come back to the moot point. Why did Kejriwal take 3 days to not answer the very serious allegations raised by his own cabinet minister of him exchanging money changing hands? Miss Atishi, please.
Why was it printing only the lotus symbol?
VVPAT was not recommenced.
No, but Atishi, Kapil Mishra, and he'll be with us on the newsroom in a moment from now. When I spoke to him earlier today, said that Surinder Bansal, Arvind Kejriwal's brother-in-law, was given contracts by Satinder Jain, that the bills that were given were fake. Now, given the kind of position that Kejriwal has built for himself as an anti-corruption crusader, if this is not true, he should come and say, okay, ask me the question, I will respond. These are very serious charges. He's in total denial. Now, whether you accept it or not, in the eyes of the people who are watching, this seems to be a diversionary tactic. If it's not, Kejriwal should do a press conference tomorrow. Say, ask me what you will about Surinder Bansal and I will answer those questions. That's not happening. We're seeing diversionary dodging tactics.
Two things, Rahul. First of all, Kapil's allegations have come 2 days ago. We have been working on this EVM tampering issue for the past 2 months. The assembly session was planned at least 10 days ago. So it has nothing to do with Kapil Mishra, number one. Number two, as far as Kapil's allegations are concerned, let him first present some evidence. Today, I can say on air that Nupur Sharma has given contracts to Rahul Kanwal worth lakhs. But it doesn't mean anything. That allegation is absurd because I have no evidence. So my statements mean nothing at all. Similarly, Kapil Mishra's statements mean nothing till he actually presents some evidence. He made a charge that Mr. Kejriwal was taking bribe for 2 crores. Yesterday at the ACB, Mr. Meena goes on record and says that Mr. Mishra has submitted no such evidence and no such FIR has been filed. So unless Mr. Kapil Mishra presents some evidence for his allegations, what is there to answer?
I'll tell you what there is to answer. There's an RTI response which says that the bills that were submitted...
Can I just come in?
No, there is a lot that Atishi you need to answer. There's an RTI which we played out yesterday which says that the bills submitted, this is an RTI from Sonipat's Public Works Department where that company is supposed to have been headquartered. They say no such company exists. They're saying the bills are not correct. The bill numbers have been given. They're saying these are bills submitted by Arvind Kejriwal's brother-in-law. Now, there's an RTI application from the PWD department saying those bills are not true. There are serious questions. You don't want to answer those questions, a different matter. But you've got a fair point that Kapil Mishra so far has leveled these charges. He needs to back it up with evidence. So where is that evidence? I will put that question to Kapil Mishra when we come back on the other side. Okay, Nupur has got her hand out. She wants to make a very quick point. Nupur, I'm out of time, so quickly, please.
1 point. But just a very quick point. Needless to add, Atishi is a very indecent panelist. But Atishi, your own god, Arvind Kejriwal, made a career out of leveling allegations without proof. So are you trying to say that Arvind Kejriwal and Kapil Mishra are all the same? I mean, it's your in-house matter. Manage it. Ha 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 ha.
Okay, the BJP of course is very happy.
You speak over other
Nupur
people,
Sharma goes ha 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 ha. She's delighted with what's happening, but this is really unfortunate in some senses. A, there are serious questions that Arvind Kejriwal and AAP need to answer. Point number 2, taking a Nakli EVM and messing with it, making it seem as if this is proof that EVMs are tampered with. That's really making a mockery of our democracy. If you had the real EVM, you tweaked it, I would accept this. You're saying you don't have a real EVM, yet you go live on TV, you're in the assembly doing this big mockery. This is not right. It's not right at any level. But does Kapil Mishra have any real evidence, or is this just hot air? I put some tough questions to the man who triggered this crisis in the Aam Aadmi Party.